I just started recording. Um, I just accepted a quest for do Tataru's us journey. Yeah, Hancock of the East Aldrin Trading Company wants to meet with me, and Tataru's gonna be there. Is the gist of it. Sorry about that. There we go. Just sitting in the rain. Yo, I'm so glad you could make it. I am equally thrilled by your arrival, though I expect I must apologize for the sudden invitation. Yes, you should, but more importantly, I'd like to know what the scheme is and how you intend to involve us. Oh my, so quick to assume the worst. While I would love nothing more than to lay bare all my dirty little secrets, 'twould be prudent to discuss my proposal first. Loath though I am to admit it, a draper shop but recently launched by the company has not been well received by the locals. Our intention was to promote the sale of imported apparel woven by the Uldon Weavers Guild. Alas, it seems Western fashion holds little appeal for the citizens of Kugane. So we rethought our strategy. We would produce Hingan culture, but with world-renowned Olden silks. Kimono, as they are the flavored choice of wear in the Far East. Or rather, that was our plan until our seamster fell ill. It was as I faced and the unpleasant decision of abandoning this venture entirely that I chanced to hear of Tataru's boutique and the assorted Far Eastern style equipment they had on offer. You are referring to our samurai and ninja inspired sets of armor, yes? Indeed, by putting your exemplary goods on display, the East Aldern Trading Company would demonstrate that we, a Western trader, are capable of making garments suited to the needs of our local patrons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have been informed that you wish to establish a foothold in Engashi and East Othard. What better way to make your Kugane debut than to have us showcase your quality wares? It's not without its appeal, I admit. The perfect venue to gauge interest in our goods. Isn't it just? If I may take your fledgling concession as a sign of interest, perhaps we can discuss the finer points of my proposed partnership. Oh, we'll be discussing it at length, but I have yet to see how any of this would require Yo's involvement. Indeed, I was just about to get to that part. Not long ago, I crossed paths with a group of certain someones who were eager to call on Yo again. I found myself quite taken with them, charming as they were, that I felt compelled to facilitate this reunion. And of course, one can never collect too many favors. Alas, I know that you are predisposed to question the motives behind any invitation from the East Aldern Trading Company, and with good cause, I concede. So I instead invited you here under the guise of assisting Tataru with a boutique-related affair. I hope you will forgive the deception. Rest assured that you shall be rewarded for your aid in this matter with your choice of recompense. Just before your arrival, I took the liberty of informing my new acquaintances that you would soon be making landfall on these shores. They asked that you meet them at Sakazuki in the Ruby Sea, as soon as you are able. I believe it is a matter of some urgency, so if you could travel there forthwith. Excellent. I'll leave them in your capable hands. Don't worry, I'm no stranger to Hancock's tricks. I'll make sure not to agree to anything until we've settled every last detail. Just do what you need to do and return when you can. And I remember when I did the Four Lords, that was like 2 or 3 months ago. I enjoyed it. It was a good story. Apologies, yo. I pray you have not been waiting long. You look surprised. Did Hancock not tell you who requested your aid? Ah, but never mind that. I am simply glad that you are here. How have I been? Well, my training as the next Gembu continues apace. I must tell you, my friend, each day has been more trying than the last. Why, just the other day, the auspices placed 99 wasabi-filled takoyaki on a platter before me, and instructed me to divine which single bowl out of the entire batch was not filled with that dreadful spice. Training to sharpen my foresight, they claimed, but it felt more akin to torture. By the end, I was reduced to a dithering sea turtle, swimming in a puddle of my own tears. That is all to say, I am only marginally closer to assuming my place as one of the four lords. Bah, get to the point already, Sorbonne. Oh yeah, I forgot Genbu's inside him. Pause. Gah, I was just about to arrive at that. Come on, come my friends, show yourselves. Hey. This song, too. It has been some time, yo. I am relieved to see you in good health. I understand you have been through a great deal. Your concern is unwarranted. This is the woman who quelled our Armitama and inherited Tenzin's legacy. There is no trial she cannot overcome. You misunderstand me, my brother. That, or you deliberately insinuate that I lack faith in Yo's capabilities. Enough. We indebted ourselves to the merchant to obtain this meeting. Let us not distract ourselves with this nonsense and get to the heart of the matter. Very well. You may not know this, but Senri's craving for dango often brings her to Kugane. It was during such a visit that she spied a suspicious individual on Kugane Dori. A man who not only wore remnants identical to Tenzin's, but who also claimed to be his long-lost descendant. This descendant was selling good luck charms utterly devoid of benediction. His ploy is plain. He uses Tenzin's name to trick fools into buying his rubbish. Any who would dare sully Tenzin's name shall face my wrath. My flames will cleanse him of his sin and burn his soul to ash. Too merciful a punishment, I say. I shall personally render unto him every pain imaginable. By the Kami, is it possible they have both succumbed to the Armitama once more? The Charlie boasts of more than an esteemed heritage. He also claims to have the four lords at his beck and call. Insulting, yes, but I would still rather resolve this without flames and torture. But having lived apart from men for so long, I fear we may be ill-equipped to do so on our own. Hence we have turned to you for your assistance. You needn't agree to anything just yet, but why don't we all just at least seek out this descendant and take his measure ourselves? I beg your pardon, putting myself aside, the three of you approaching any settlement, let alone one as large as Kagane, would surely cause an uproar. Calm yourself, Soroban. You forget we are the Four Lords. 'Tis a trifling matter to assume a less conspicuous guise. Let us reconvene in Kugane. Soroban is to go first, while we three shall make our own approach separately to avoid attracting undue attention, just in case. Uh, Long has it been since I walked the streets of a city of this size. I do so once to visit a tea house with Tenzin. I accompanied him in disguise. How my heart raced at the thrill and joy of it, until a priest saw through my glamour. Oh, the commotion that followed. This is their costumes. Do not think I haven't noticed you eyeing my costume. If you must know, I acquired it during my travels in the West. I am rather fond of its soft and fluffy texture. We met Hancock by pure chance, recognizing us as the auspices of legend. He said he wished to help us out of the kindness of his heart. I almost believed him. It would seem we have managed to arrive with little fuss, but only the kami know how long our presence will remain secret. Again with these needless worryings, our disguises are perfect. None may suspect you are the Four Lords at first glance, but you are suspicious in the extreme. We could have used our powers to assume the form of men, but those of keen sight would still be able to discern our true nature. The costumes were an innocuous alternative. There's nothing innocuous about them. Senri said she found the swindler on Kogane Dori, yes? Let us head there at once. Gather round, friends, gather round. As you have no doubt surmised from my crimson armor, I am the proud descendant of Tenzin, the famous hero of Eld who once slew an entire host of fearsome Oni. But do not take my word for it. Behold. In this hand I hold Tenzin's beloved katana, the Phoenix Blade. I don't know what it looks like, but if he's got the Phoenix Blade, then he must be who he claims. Idiots, the true blade has remained in our care since Tenzin's passing. Something seems off. I see there is someone who remain unconvinced. Very well, you leave me no choice. Allow me to introduce you to my sworn allies, the Four Lords. Oh dear, I'm almost afraid to look. That's your signal, I expect my money's worth. Introducing Genbu, the total auspice and foreseer of calamity. Seizaku, the avian auspice and master of the flames of resurrection. Seiryu, the dragon auspice and devourer of young maidens. Last but not least, adorable, we have Byakuyo, the small and fluffy feline auspice. Why am I alone, a cuddly creature? Surely he could have hired a Hrothgar or Mikote to portray me. At least he did not slander your character, devourer of young maidens. Ha. What is this rabble? All who have heard the tale of Tenten know that the four lords are beasts, not three mummers and a cat. These are the glamoured forms they assume so they may roam the realms of men undiscovered. Surely you can imagine the chaos that would ensue if they went about undisguised. Even so, there's no way they'd wear such ridiculous outfits. Yeah. And yet, here they are, dressed in far worse. This farce is infuriating. I will not abide him making mock-up of the bonds we shared with Tenzin. We are of one mind, my sister. He must be silenced. Does Tenzin even have a descendant? There was nothing in the legends about him fathering any children. But there was mention of one who loved him more dearly than life itself. I, the woman to whom I owe my storied lineage, is none other than the sublime crimson beauty standing before you, Suzaku. Let him speak. Perhaps he is not wholly deserving of immolation. Bah, how easily your rage is quelled. Having proven my ancestry to your satisfaction, my lords and ladies, I bid you partake of my good fortune, for I have auspices wares to share with you today. Tenzin put countless oni to the sword long ago, 'tis true, but only by the grace of these miraculous good luck charms. Just one will confer unto you all manner of fortune. Good health, a happy family, scholarly achievement, financial success, romantic fulfillment, and much, much more. But that's not all. Purchase a charm now and I'll even throw in a stylish strap featuring a four-lord's design of your choosing. My stock is limited, so be sure to buy while supplies last. I'll take 2, no, 10. My blood boils to see Tenzin's good name used in this matter. As does mine. We cannot sit idly by and allow this to continue. I think our purveyor of good fortune is in need of a proper scare. Are you convinced as well, Yo? Let us lest you worry despite his preposterous depiction of me. I have no intention of harming this swindler. That so many would fall for such an obvious deception. No matter the age, mortals see only that which they wish to. So true. He is most persuasive and cunning adversary. I was verily nearly convinced I had given birth to Tenzin's child. He seemed quite pleased with himself as he packed his stall. Business was good, no doubt. How shall we proceed? With care and preparation, we all saw how deftly he countered accusations of fraud. A more clever approach is needed. We must limit his ability to spin more lies. Have any ideas, yo? The presence of the poor lord should be more than enough to convince him. Oh, indeed, our very existence alone is enough to prove his claims false. Then it is so. You shall play the role of Tenzin's true descendant. Choices matter. And we shall accompany you. With us at your side, the impostor will have no choice but to confess his crimes. Still, we would be wise to prepare for contingencies. With me, Soroban, we make for Horizon Temple. Then it is up to us to find and confront the swindler. As you are familiar with the city, I bid you lead the way. Speak with Suzuki when you are ready. We must track him down before he dishonors us further with his inspit trinkets. His customers may have seen where he went, so let us begin by questioning them. I would ask also know more of his true identity. Of all the heroes of legend, why claim Tenzin's name? The answer may help us to stop him without resorting to violence, since some of you apparently lack the stomach for it. Serenry made mention of a wonderful tea house she frequents to feed her dango addiction. She is kind enough to bring back a portion to us at the temple after every visit. I know, rice dumplings have naught to do with our purpose, but should we find a spare moment, I know that I am particularly fond of matashi dango. This experience brings to mind the days when we traveled with Tenzin. Never one to sit still, he would pursue every opportunity for adventure, needless of the trouble that would invariably follow us all. I gather you are cut from the same cloth. Kami be praised to have met Tenzin's descendant and get this good luck charm besides. What a fool I was to doubt him, he who commands the four lords of legend. As long as I have this, fortune shall surely shine upon me. Oh, has my good luck charm caught your eye? If you wanted one for yourself, you were sadly out of luck. The merchant selling them said that was the last of his stock, and he did not think he would be able to acquire more. But if you wish to hear it from him, he was headed towards Tasagari Bridge. You will know him by his attire. I swear he was a spitting image of Tenzin from the storybooks. She speaks of yonder bridge, does she not? Others may have taken note of our query as he passed. With this, perhaps I shall finally meet the one I've been waiting for. Should've went the other way. That's fine. Just running around with furries. Have I seen a man claiming to be Tenzin's descendant? The one who was selling good luck charms by the dozens, you mean? No, he didn't come this way. But Kami give me strength. I'll never understand how some can be so gullible. Let us continue our search elsewhere. Well, 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 look who it is. It has been quite some time. What brings you to Kagane this day? A hawker claiming to be Tenzin's descendant, probably Issue. I saw him not long ago. Yes, yes. You know him? My peculiar and suspicious friend there is no merchant in Kagane who hasn't heard of the entrepreneur. He's made a fortune masquerading as Tenzin's heir. It's a brilliant scheme, very profitable. Tried to get in on it myself, but the Baron will suffer no competition. Who is the Baron of whom you speak? The soy sauce one. Who else? Kageyama, a dangerous man, yes, yes, with fingers in every pie. I fear him almost as much as I envy him. How many times do I have to teach the Baron the same lesson? Oh, you have had dealings with him, have you? If you know, then you know. Issue, on the other hand, he is still something of an enigma. A skilled seamster, dedicated to his craft, yet he partnered with Kageyama. I never would have guessed he had it in him. There's more to this than meets the eye. We must investigate further. Have you any idea where Issue may have gone? You want information, yes? Yes, I want coin. Give me coin and I'll give you information. That can be arranged if you are willing to journey to Rasen Temple. Our friend Furry can escort you. A temple, and one I've never heard of at that. Wait, is that the sort of place where mortals fear to tread and malevolent spirits do dwell? Malevolent spirits? No, just a somewhat ominous crystal. I'll take your word for it. As for Issue, he came to me and requested passage to the Isle of Beko, where he was to rendezvous with Kageyama. I refused. Better to not involve myself in the Baron's affairs, you understand. Kyoto, was it? You have our thanks. We shall fulfill our end of the bargain, you need not fear. There is no time to waste. I shall have a messenger instruct Byakuyo and Soroban to meet us at the isle. We are the first to arrive. Ishu and Kageyama will want to keep away from prying eyes. Somewhere near these rocks, perhaps. Let us take cover and eavesdrop on their conversation when they join us. Ah, a fine day's work, Issue. It pays to have fools for customers. Master Kageyama, please, this cannot continue. I shudder to think how the four lords would react if they learned of our crimes. Remind me, who was it who delivered you from a life of destitution after you lost your job as a seamster? Pray tell, who? You, Master Kageyama, and I am forever grateful for your help, without which my family would be without house and home. But even so, what we are doing is wrong. Want to wash your hands of this dirty, dirty business and be a seamster again? Is that it? But once the truth comes out, and I would see that it does, who would dare to trust you? No, Issue. You're going to continue the act, or you and your kin will starve in the streets. So that's the way of it. Issue was coerced by Kageyama into this performance, and for his family's sake could not stop. Indeed, in light of this, how shall we proceed? We put the fear of Kame into Kageyama. Who are you, and why are you wearing such ridiculous outfits? Hearken to me, mortal. I will suffer you to sully Tenzin's name no longer. Defy me, and you shall not like the consequences. Sully Tenzin's name, you say? His flesh and blood are free to do with it as they please, unless you can prove that Issue is not in fact his descendant. I suggest you get out of my sight. Then prove it we shall. Yo, here. Sweet. It's time we revealed our true selves to these mortals. Kami, for fiend. It cannot be. That flame-kissed katana you hold in your hand, is that the Phoenix Blade? For the crimes you have wrought in Tenzin's name, your punishment will be severe indeed. Beg not for mercy. Take heart, my dears, I shall make your deaths painless. Hearken to my melody. There is no turning back. Steel yourselves. God, somebody, anybody, help me. What was that? Not only do you possess the Phoenix Blade, but the Four Lords themselves stand at your side. Tell me, are you Tenzin's descendant? Please, have mercy, I beg you. I vow to never again use the name of your ancestor. You have my word. I do not blame Master Kageyama for fleeing in terror, yet as odd as it sounds, I do not feel as though you meant me harm. It is thanks to Fury that we made it here in time, and now we can rest easy in the knowledge that Kageyama's scheme has been ended. A mere illusion, and the man loses his head, some baron he is. You looked every bit as dignified as Tenzin did in his day. The Phoenix Blade suits you. At Tenzin's behest, I once played the role of a ferocious tiger to frighten the peoples of a village and drive them to flee before they were buried in a landslide. He took part in the deception as well, but to be honest, your acting put his to shame. Have you considered auditioning at the Bujukoza Theater? Honored lords and lady and descendant of Tenzin, I know not how to make amends for my sins, though actions speak louder than words. I wish to say that I am truly sorry. Man or beast, we all make mistakes. I am told you are a master seamster. I might not go so far as to say master, but with my skill I managed to put food on the table. Then perhaps I shall have a word with an old friend. That can wait, Sorobun. We must escort this young man to a safer location. This is far enough. It is past time we returned home. We are once more in your debt. It is because of you that this affair could be concluded before Tenzin's reputation suffered irreparable harm. Thank you, Yo. Now that you are no longer bound to Kageyama, what will you do? Well, I know I must take responsibility for my actions. I will confess my crimes to the second Gumi. After I am released from my imprisonment, I shall take up an honest trade once more, and not rest until I have repaid each and every victim of my deception. Ah yes, I have been meaning to tell you, but I will let Hancock explain when he arrives shortly. Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Ah, speak of the devil. And the urchin girl came as well. It has been far too long. You're looking green as ever, Sorobin of the Blue, and once again, Genbu. That's Tataru. Though I'm sure I'll have to remind you next time, too. You are our issue, the seamstress Sorobin spoke of, yes? It is gainful employment. If it is gainful employment you seek, the East Eldern Trading Company would be thrilled to hire one of your expertise to work at our draper shop. The seamster in our service fell ill, and we've been looking for a replacement. I have no words. I am grateful, truly, but I cannot accept, for once I confess my crimes to the second Gumi, they will surely imprison me for a time. Ah yes, the second Gumi. I had a chat with them not long ago. They are aware that the scheme was contrived by Kageyama, and that you two are one of his victims. You will be required to assist them in their investigation, of course, but you needn't steel yourself for even a brief incarceration. Hancock, you have our thanks for calling Yo to our aid. Oh no, not at all. I am pleased to have been of service. I have not forgotten our arrangement, Yo. Have you decided upon a reward? Oh, how that warms the heart. A material to help restore the keepsake of a dear old friend. I have just the thing. I won't spoil the surprise now, but do look forward to it. I suppose we had better return to the city, but before that, you couldn't have called upon me too. You could have called upon me too, you know. It's not like I wasn't part of the whole saving the Ruby Sea from becoming consumed by roaring flames endeavor or anything. Oh, forgive us, urchin girl, Tataru. We assumed you were busy and you did struggle mightily to help Yo restrain Sorobon that one time, so there was some concern that you might prove a liability should it come to blows. Nevertheless, we will take your words to heart. Perhaps we should assume our guises and walk among men more often. It was a refreshing change of pace on the whole. I would not be against it. We were in a bit of a rush on this occasion, but with a longer visit we might better appreciate men's curious ways. I have no doubt we shall meet again. I but pray that the time comes sooner than later. You and me both. I'll be sure to stop by the temple later. You know you are always welcome. The others would be thrilled to see you and Tataru both. Now then, I say we resume Sorogon's training upon our return to the temple. Or must we so soon? You did well to apprise Hancock of Issue's predicament. He may now make amends by putting his talents to good use, and continue to provide for his family. Indeed, 'twas behavior befitting one destined to become the next Genbu. The road ahead is long, but we doubt not that you are worthy, and so we want only to encourage you to reach your full potential. If that's how you all feel, then I have little choice but to do my best. I can still hardly believe the second Gumi only wished to question me. Master Hancock must have a way with words. Speaking of which, I believe he and Mistress Tataru will be joining us shortly. Issue, you will be pleased to know that I've finished making arrangements for your immediate employment. May our profits soar that you may give your family the life they deserve. Master Hancock, I do not deserve such kindness. I will do my best to earn my keep. I want you to know that I intend to work hard to make up for the many mistakes that I've made. It's not much, but I have prepared a gift for you as an expression of my gratitude. A set of garments that I made before I embroiled in Master Kageyama's schemes. The lords and ladies of Kagane once held my work in high regard, and I hope you will as well. You will also find a little something from me included within, a well-deserved reward. Wait, what exactly did you give Yo? Payment for introducing the Eastern Eldering Company to prospective new clients. What else? I can't say I'm surprised you wouldn't try to peddle goods to the four lords themselves, but still, have you no shame? Regardless, now's as good a time as any to inform you of the result of our deliberations. Said result being we have agreed to an official partnership with the East Eldrin Trading Company, one which I will exploit for all it's worth to make Taru's Boutique a household name in Kagane. For my part, I pray this is the start of a mutually beneficial partnership. To business, I would have a tour of this draper shop of yours immediately, if you don't mind. Sorry to cut things short, Yo, but time is money, and I have precious little to spare. Once you've seen to any other unresolved matters you have here, I'd be grateful if you'd return to Old Charlie and inform Majin of our new arrangement. Welcome back. Negotiations with Master Hancock were fruitful, I hope. Well, I expected nothing less from you and Mistress Tataru. As for Mistress Tataru's necklace, you say Master Hancock slipped a gift into the parcel you received from Issue, yes? May I have a look? My goodness, what a stunning set of garments. They certainly offer a taste of the Far East. As for the item Master Hancock set aside for Mistress Tataru's necklace, by the scissors, black pearls, do you have any idea how rare these are? They can only be harvested from black dip oysters in the Ruby Sea. I cannot be certain until they have been incorporated into the necklace, but I believe the darker shade will serve as contrast to the brilliant sapphire counterpiece and make it stand out even more. To part with such precious treasures, Master Hancock is either very wealthy or very well connected, or both. We would do well to maintain a good relationship with the East Aldern Trading Company. But that is the boutique's concern. After all you have done for us, I am sure you want nothing more than a good rest. Thank you again for your continued assistance. When next we discover a client we'd like to add to our ever-growing list. When next we discover a client we'd like to add to our ever-growing list, I hope we can count on your assistance once more. Okay. I didn't know I got fashion too. That's cool. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay. I'm easily amused. But I like this outfit. I wonder if you get a new outfit every time. Okay. I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Can't forget about the wandering minstrel. Greetings, my friend. If you have a tale to share, the minstrel is all ears. Talk about Rubicante. The void sent thought to cross the rift and launch an assault on our world. Goodness, and here I thought you might find a reprieve from your dealings with the void and its denizens. Pray tell me more. I see. Theirs was a world bereft of true death, and so they sought its release in ours. A most curious impetus to take action, would you not agree? And this Rubicante, he too was prepared to embrace this end with open arms. Yet I cannot help but wonder, had he drank deeper of the dragoon's ether, how brightly might his soul have burned ere it flickered and failed. I do believe this quandary has inspired the makings of a new verse. If you might lend me your ear a moment. In armor black the knight did ride, claim lands wherein death resides. Thitherward his people know the silent gift of death's great flow. Honor bound, a fiend of fire, forged in battle, honed of ire, he stood defiant, soul ablaze, heart heavy with sins of bygone days. In another life, one might say he had the heart of a hero true, a heart broken perhaps, but by the bitter truth that the void could not be saved without sacrifice. Yet he was willing to offer up his soul to become a monster, dying to uphold his ideals, a heroic sacrifice in his eyes, no doubt. The circumstances of his death aside, I believe such a noble soul is worthy of remembrance and song, that people may look back on the man that he was rather than the beast he became. Okay. See, someone's doing the Elderburn quest. Still too pricey. Alright. Yo, I've been meaning to speak with you. Mistress Tataru mentioned the most astonishing thing to me earlier. Is it true that you aided in the liberation of worlds? I see, so you fought the weapons of the 7th Legion alongside none other than the Black Wolf himself. Well then, that makes you the perfect candidate for our next job, you see. We're planning to send our latest samples of military equipment to Welt's interim government. Since Gaz Balsar oversees such matters, who better than his sister in arms to pitch our wares? Word has it that world forces are in the process of choosing a supplier to outfit their troops, so we're keen to throw our hat into the ring. So would you be willing to assist us? It would be a good opportunity to speak with Gaius. Wonderful. I can't thank you enough. If my sources are correct, you should be able to find Gaius in Turncliffe. Should you chance upon any potential adornments for Mistress Tataru's necklace, please do bring them back with you. You may travel to Turncliffe by speaking with the Resistance or locating The Scions had the help of many souls in gathering refined adamantite, did you not? Even those who were not part of the ill-sparred contingent. Perhaps there's an opportunity there. Okay. All dialogue. Heading to Turncliffe. I was not expecting you, yo. Are you perchance aware of the ongoing situation? Or what situation? I see, then you are here on some other business, yes? Samples of military equipment. You have my thanks, but there is more urgent matter that requires my attention. I received a report that the G-Savior Mark II has been stolen from the hangar here in Turncliffe. In fact, I am here to speak with an eyewitness. If you are willing, I would like you to join me. Your insight may prove useful. Oh, this lady. Thank you for coming at such short notice, and with Yo no less. As luck would have it, she decided to pay us a visit on other business. Owing to our present crisis, however, I had her accompany me here. Tell me, is it true that Mark II was stolen? I'm afraid so. While I was performing maintenance on Mark I, I caught sight of a man approaching Mark II and looking very suspicious. Our culprit, in other words. I called out to him, demanding he state his business here, but when he turned around, my heart nearly jumped out of my chest. The man who stared back at me was Valens van Vero. I am sure of it. Impossible. He breathed his last before my very eyes. Unless the dead walk among us, that simply cannot be. I only know what I saw. Though he wore a visor, the likeness was unmistakable. Even his Magenta armor was identical. Pray forgive the interruption. I bring urgent news. These former captives of the 7th Legion insisted they speak with you. Please forgive us, Father, our Father, he. Calm yourself, lad. You are safe now, I promise. Now tell us what happened. Father, Valens came back and told us to show him where the War Machina are. We know how to get in here, so we sometimes come for a peek at the big machines. And after telling Valens how to sneak inside, he made off with the G-Savior Mark II. Given what you boys have been through, I know how difficult it must have been to confess what happened. Your bravery is commendable. Now, you had best return to the orphanage. Fear not, we will deal with this so-called Valens. Though I highly doubt he has returned from the dead, if that War Machina has fallen into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. We must give chase and swiftly. Will you lend us your aid? You have my gratitude. We will set out to reclaim the G-Savior Mark II as soon as you are ready. Pray inform the Ironworks staff when you have seen to your preparations. Even now, I still cannot believe my own eyes. Valens alive, the very thought of it makes my blood run cold. Where's your daughter, guys? Thought she was here. That the Mark II was seized so easily bespeaks a need to tighten our security. For now, however, we must focus on the task at hand. If you're to stand a chance against a G-Savior Mark II, you'll need to fight fire with fire. Oh no. Luckily for you, we've already fueled the Mark I. which is ready for dispatch at your command. I might fail this. Oh, okay. It's not the giant robot, it's this. The G-Savior Mark I's automated piloting systems currently have us cruising towards Garla mode. If the perpetrator truly is Valens, I am all but certain he is making another attempt to seize the Imperial throne. After all, that is precisely what he hoped to achieve with the diamond weapon after the death of Emperor Varus. But he did not succeed then, nor will he succeed now. I want you to pilot the G-Warrior to make sure of it. While I am entirely capable of taking the helm myself, I must concede that your skill outshines my own. Instead, I will provide support from the rear cockpit inside the containment apparatus. Valens may have had a head start, but I am confident we will overtake him once we have the engines at maximum input. Now then, the rest is up to you, yo. Into the cockpit. Each signature detected 3,000 yams to the fore. The readings are unmistakable. It can only be the Mark II. Ideally, we would shoot him down before he can detect us, but doing so would destroy the vessel and him with it, making it impossible to identify the culprit. Our only choice is to draw near and neutralize the vessel's propulsion systems, even if it means alerting him to our presence. I beg to differ. Someone has wormed their way into our frequency, but this voice, it couldn't be. Oh, but it is. My, how long has it been, Lord Balser? As I suspected, Nero Tolskeva. So the rumors were true. You survived the battle at Castrum Miriadum and now work as an engineer under Sid. Work under him. Clearly you are misinformed. I am merely using my unequaled talents to save the poor fool from his own ineptitude, and now I am here to do the same for you. Do enlighten us as to how. 'Tis simple, really. I've crafted an armament that will immobilize Garland's wretchedly designed vessel, and I've given it the appropriate name. I call it the Anti-G. Expecting this day would inevitably come, I took the liberty of loading it into the Mark I's weapons bay in advance. You're welcome. Now, adventurer, listen and listen well. What I'm about to tell you will be the key to sinking that scarlet vessel, and while I find the idea of its destruction unbearable, 'tis nevertheless the perfect opportunity to prove who is the superior engineer, Garland or myself. Do put on a good show. Following seems When I activate the homing interface, you are to lock onto the vessel immediately and fire a barrage of anti-G missiles. The moment our quarry is aware of our presence, he will undoubtedly take evasive maneuvers. The anti-G is a flawless achievement born of scientific genius, but that is of no matter of its missiles if it misses its target. Understood? Homing interface activated. Commence bombardment. Why, I dare say you're a natural. With the apparatus propulsion engines neutralized, our quarry is defenseless. What are you waiting for? Capture him. No, he's not finished yet. So the corner brute still has some fight left in him. I trust you can show him the folly of his perseverance. It'll all work out somehow. Dude, this is sick. Holy shit. Excellent work. Quickly, we must go after him. What cruel irony that the vessel should crash here of all places. Surrender. There is no escape. It's you, Gaius. And who are you? Well, what do you mean? I'm Balance, the man destined to inherit the imperial throne. Very well, we will do this the hard way. This man is not Valens. I will not soon forget how Valens faced foes with fear in the final moments. how the light in his green eyes extinguished alongside the flame of his life. Yet the resemblance is uncanny all the same. I will not ask again, who are you? Answer sincerely or atone for your sins with your life. My name is Procopius. I served as a Pilus of the 7th Legion under Lord Balin's command. When I reviewed the 7th Legion's records, I saw no mention of there being another of its kin within its ranks. Your face, surely not. That's right, and I would gladly do it again. Were Lord Valens to become Emperor, his life would be under constant threat. This is my expression of devotion, my willingness to sacrifice myself in his name. To go so far as to change your own face. But why steal the Mark II? Like your master, I presume you wish to use it to ascend the throne. The throne is but a means to an end. My true aspiration is to embolden world and the people of the shattered remains of Garlemald to rise up once more and take what is theirs by birthright. Only we Garleans are fit to inherit this star, herding the cattle masses as we milk them for all they are worth. This is the way it should be, just as Lord Valens envisioned. In the words of Emperor Solus, no lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule. To the ravings of a madman. Lest you wonder, I have not killed him. We have recovered the Mark II and apprehended our perpetrator. Let us return to Turncliffe. There she is. Is that her? I don't know. My thanks for lending your aid despite the suddenness of my requests. The children will be able to rest easy knowing the impostor has been captured and the vessel reclaimed. That said, you were here on other business. Let us delay it no further. Oh, so she is here. Okay. What time is it? Yep, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.